When I lost the election in 2015, some people used to pour on me encomiums that sometimes I don't even deserve. But if there is anybody that we can give credit to, who has stabilized democracy in Nigeria today, is General Abdulsalami Abubakar. A military head of state with so many well-ironed khaki people around you with assault rifles and APCs, saying that we will still stay on. And for you to have the courage to say no, it takes somebody who has a common commitment to the peace and progress of the country. I know of a president that the time to leave, critical time to leave because of certain circumstances, and the wife just said, no, we are not going. And he caved in. And the rest is a very ugly history. So we must commend Abdulsalami Abubakar.
General Abdulsalami Abubakar, congratulations. And if you will permit me, I would say 4 military leaders have made tremendous contributions to Nigeria of today. And without their contribution, we will not be where we are. They are all not perfect human beings. They all made mistakes, but they all made contributions without which we could have not been able to have Nigeria of today. Let me emphasize that I am talking of military leaders, not Nigerian leaders. Military Nigerian leaders. And let me begin by saying I'm an eyewitness and a direct participant in almost all the actions and activities of the 4 of them.
I remember in the 7th Senate when I was moving a motion on fuel subsidy regime and how there was corruption. And one of the reasons why I was able to show to NNPC, because in those days what used to happen, people used to import petroleum products. And they'll bring in vessels documents to say vessel MV just for his name, MV platform. I don't mean your platform, but... And those vessels were nowhere in Nigeria, and they will stamp the documents, and government will pay them. But as somebody who had ability to reach out, I went as far as going to the Lloyd's Register, and I could see that the vessel that was supposed to be in Lagos Port was in somewhere in Colombia. So I told NNPC, come, see this vessel you guys paid so much. See where the vessel is. This is the capacity of what I mean by legislators need to also have the capacity. Sometimes when you watch the US Congress, you look at the kind of team they have, the kind of research they do. And until we get to that kind of level, but how do we get there? I believe 2 major issues. 1, electoral reform. Dr. Charles talked about security. We talked about civil rights. Until we begin to elect, have a process that ensures that the people that we want are elected. To me, that foundation is continuing going to be weak. If there's one single thing we've got to take away from here, is that we must go back and ensure that we have a process that the right people are elected. But unfortunately for now, the electoral processes that we have do not guarantee that. And that is why you have legislators who don't care how they perform, because they believe that they can win that election with or without you.
What is the solution from your group? If your group had its way, what would you do to fix that?
I think clearly it is important that our institutions be allowed to function. The National Assembly has its own responsibility to respect its mandate, which is to act according to their conscience and their constituency demands, rather than simply to obey directives that come from another branch of government that's supposed to be a co-equal branch of government. Definitely, the judiciary has displayed repeatedly actions that show their lack of neutrality and their engagement in partisanship or deep corruption. And both are extremely disturbing. And I feel part of the problem we've had in this country is that institutions behave in a way that's not acceptable, and people just watch them and keep quiet. We therefore issued this statement, both to call on those in positions of power to respect their mandate and their positions, but also on Nigerians to resist this decomposition of our system as we know it and as it is supposed to operate.
If we can kick Tinubu out of power, Nigeria done better by 70%, I swear to God. Listen to me. If we can kick Tinubu out of power, collectively, we join hands together, Nigeria done better by 70%. It only means that tomorrow, if we elect any person, and they do what in Nigeria want, we, the people, can still kick the person.